Alrighty guys, today I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. You ready? Let's go. Okay guys, so today's going to be an interesting video, a little different from the normal thing. This is my office, it's a massive mess. And I have a bunch of plants at the back here. So Thai constellations, some large form Monsteras that I'm propagating here, an elbow and some other Thai constellation nodes over here that I'm trying to propagate. Anyway, I've been looking for space for these, like the perfect space to just get some better quality light. And I've decided that I'm gonna try and kit out my closet over here. So hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. So it's a nice little confined space. You know, it's about 50 centimeters deep, I think 170 centimeters wide, and about 150 high. It has this bar in here, which is great because that means I can hang things on it, like lights and fans. And so yeah, I thought this would be a nice way to use this space. I'd used it for storage, but I could store a bunch of stuff in the garage. I was thinking maybe I put some of these plants in the garage, but then I realized it's winter here, and I looked at the little thermometer thing that I've got in the garage in my grow tent, which I have in there, and it's getting down to like 9 degrees sometimes at night. So that's pretty cold for these guys, and I don't want to risk the expensive plants in that tent getting so anyway, here's what we're going to hopefully convert into a nice little grow space. Let's do it. God, I'm such a mess. What is this? It's a flower or something, Jesus. Okay, so basically what I think I'm gonna need and what I went and got was some plastic sheeting for the floor in order to protect it from any kind of spillage of water or soil. This is actually, so strong. This is, I think, shower curtain plastic. And so it was about, I think about 2 meters, maybe 1.5 meters in width. And then you could just pull the roll out and buy a certain length of it. So I bought 2 meters and I thought, you know, that should be plenty to cut out and form a little kind of tray inside, covering the carpet and everything. This is a rental property, I don't want to damage anything. Then I bought this Flex LED light. Now I did lash out quite a bit on this. This was about 480 and I bargained the guy down to 450. So this was from Just Hydroponics in Geelong. So thank you so much, Just Hydroponics. I got it specifically because it has these little hangers on the top. It's a good quality LED light. I don't want to go through too much power. I also don't want to heat up that small space. So I knew LEDs were a must. I wanted to try and be as efficient as possible. So I was looking for kind of rectangular lights here. This is 240 watts. It's got dimming options as well, so you can go anywhere from 40 to 100% in terms of strength. And it has these really nifty hangers, so I think that's going to be great for the grow space. And then lastly, I got a little clip fan that I can obviously clip onto the top, or I could put a little stand in there and clip it on that too. And it looks like it, does it rotate? I'm not sure that it rotates, but this should be good to get a bit of air movement in there. So anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so the plan here is to cut out slightly more than I need in terms of size, and then staple the corners up so that I can obviously contain any kind of water that comes out. So I might leave maybe 10 to 20 centimeters of overhang for the full size. And I think the easiest way to do this is just gonna be chuck it in here and cut off what's excess. So it's gonna be interesting with these doors. I wonder if I can. Okay, that's gonna make life a lot easier. Okay. Should I just do 2 layers? 1 or 2, because I've probably got enough here to just do 2 nice, fold it over and do 2 layers, to be honest. I might not need to actually cut this much at all. I'm probably gonna have to cut the length a little bit. So anyway, here's what I'm thinking, guys, of stapling up these edges and having kind of like a tray of this plastic sheet here, just as protection. And I've folded it over. I don't think I'll cut it as a single layer. I might just use 2 layers just in case, but that's what it is at the moment. So, Okay, so I've stapled the sides up here and down here, and I think I can probably just use some sticky tape or blue tack to hold everything up. Secret weapon. This stuff's pretty cheap and just seems to come straight off the wall, so should be fine. Kind of just hold everything lightly in place. Doesn't have to be that firmly held down, I don't think. Okay, so not the best job in the world, but I just need something that will do the trick. So hopefully this will be, obviously I can't just fill this with water and be like, yeah, it's fine, it shouldn't leak. But any spills or dirt or whatever that comes out whilst the plants are in here, hopefully that protects the carpet. These were literally all the tools that I needed. Stapler, some sticky tape, bit of duct tape, scissors, tape measure, and a pen. And besides that, this shower curtain. Okay, now it's time to get the fan and the light and set those up. I also should mention, I did mention in the start of the video, I did buy an extra extension cord and power adapter that I can put in there as well. But that costs like $20 from, here we go in fact, 20 bucks from Bunnings. So, all right, get those things, grab the light, head back on in, here we go. Okay. All right, so the light, power board, extension cord, fan. I think this was like 15 bucks. That would have been about $3. This one was about $15, I think. And this one was 480, brought down to 450. So that was the most expensive part of this build. So we're going to hopefully install the fan here and the lights and then work out how the power will work. Okay. Okay, boom. Right, so the plan with this guy is to just chuck him up, probably facing the other way, Pete. That might be a good start. So something like that, maybe aiming down a bit more. I'll adjust it in a bit, and there's the power, so I might have the power cord down here, and I can potentially put that underneath or beside the plastic here, or even on the other side of the closet. All right, now it's time for this big boy. Oh, beautiful. So hopefully you guys can see. The good thing about these lights is that you can just push this down and pull it out of these different points here to easily adjust it. So I'll fiddle around with that and get it set up here up the top. Okay. So this is what the light looks like on the bottom, full of LEDs. It's actually pretty heavy, so it feels like it's pretty heavy duty. Now I just need to work out how these little things come out. Do they just twist out? How does that work? Maybe I should just read the instructions. There we go, bang. That was easy. So one side will come out, the other side won't. Okay, is it this side? It is, there we go. All right, this might be interesting with just one person here. I'm gonna try and do this with one person here, obviously, but ideally I think you would have someone hold it whilst you try and organize these things. And the good thing is, oh man, look at that. They fit on like coat hangers. So it actually might be not as hard as I thought. Which side is the power adapter? It's on this side. Okay. So hook it. It's one side hooked up. All right, one side. Oh no. That's annoying. This is going to be a pain because I'm not going to be able to unless I maybe bring it all to one. Nah, I don't think I can do it. Okay, that's a pain. I can just hang that there for now, I think. Yeah, I've run into our first issue. This thing here, it's a support structure, so it's important for it to be in there. I could probably unscrew this and just like slide it to one end. Otherwise, I can just come up with something to hang here to then hang this off. Might have a think. Yeah, that's actually supporting everything up here, so it would be a pretty dumb idea, I think, to unscrew that and slide it to one side. And this is my whiskey collection, so I probably don't want that falling down onto the plants. Bad idea. So I think the only other option is going to be working out something that I can hang the light like this off here. I mean, oh man, zip ties. Zip ties. Okay, so I think the solution is just a few zip ties on each side. I'll probably use 3 each side just to make sure the thing doesn't fall down because I don't want to break a $500 light. So, thread these all in. Okay, so here's what I've done. I've sort of daisy chained 3 and 3. They sort of weren't long enough to just do one loop without it being tight up here, and it may not have worked to get this thing low enough past here. So I've just used 6 zip ties. Again, just added insurance as this thing is a little bit heavy. And I guess we'll see how that goes. It feels pretty good though. Okay, so that actually worked like a charm. I'm pretty impressed. The zip ties seem to be about level, looks pretty good. Has a bit of movement obviously, but yeah, hopefully that's okay. I guess we plug it in and have a look. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So, okay, we've got a few issues. Firstly, the power cords aren't long enough to get to the adapter here with it on the ground. So the other option could be having it go all the way up and just having the adapter here, potentially. I'll work that out later, I guess. The other thing that I've run into is that the fan doesn't actually rotate very much. It kind of goes forwards more than it does backwards. So that's sort of locked there. And it may not be the best. I guess I could potentially try and sort of angle it upwards. It's kind of going down. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think I'm going to have to try and work something out down the side here so that it's blowing at the level of the plants. So let's see, what is this on? Is this on 100%? No. Oh, what happened there? Okay, we turned it off. So it was, okay. Sweet. What happened? Can't see. Oh, okay, is that like... Hold on a second, guys, I'll give you a look at the thing on the end here. There we go. Okay, exit off, dimming, and we're on, I think we're on 100%. Yeah, okay, so I can only just see that little gray marker there. So we're on 100 and it goes 80, 60, 50, 40. So that's pretty cool. I guess we'll probably just leave it on 100 and see how it goes for a bit. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty bright. Pretty bright. The other option too, if this is not enough, I was measuring it up and the guy's like, well, you could always just buy a second one, move this to the side, put it all the way over there and put a second one here and it would fit perfectly. So there you go, guys. Anyway, I'll get some plants in here so that it doesn't turn into a completely boring video. But yeah, let me know what you reckon. If you've got any other better solutions for what I've got set up here, have you done this yourselves? Have you got some plants growing in a closet? Legal plants, mate, legal plants. Anyway, so yeah, we can chuck some plants in here, see what it looks like, and I'll see if I can make it a little nicer. So yeah, this is a mess. It's a freaking mess. All right, I'm gonna sort it out. Okay, so that's the look currently. The solution has just been to use a bit more of this electrical tape, duct tape, and making sure the wire is supported down the side here. And I have just put the power adapter here for the moment. I'll probably rearrange all of this so it's a little less of a fire hazard. That kind of freaks me out a bit that it's just sitting on top of cardboard, but it's probably fine. It's got one of these at the end anyway. So yeah, let's get some plants in here. All right, guys. I think it worked out better than I was expecting. You ready for this? See if I can stand back here and put it on wide angle. Boom! So I've got a few things on poles. I'll give you a tour of what's actually in here currently, though it may move around. I've got a Philodendron Florida here, two or three of those on a pole. I've got 2 Philodendron Splendids here on a pole, 3 Philodendron Silver Swords on a pole. I think that's Philodendron Hastatum. I've got a Monstera Albo here that I got the other day. So I've put that in there, hoping it'll benefit from all this light. I've got a rather large Monstera Thai Constellation that I got the other day, the same time that I got this one. That's in here too. And then another little Albo here at the back, though I feel like a lot of that light is getting blocked by the Thai. So that's where things currently are, but maybe we can put some other things in here to sort of lift these other plants up. I don't know, I'll have a think. Okay, so I've moved a few things around and tried to change the levels. I'll probably keep tinkering, but effectively what I've done is get some terracotta pots here with the tray, chuck the elbow up a little higher to get a bit more light. It was getting suffocated or sort of shaded by some of these leaves from the Philodendron Florida. Then we've got the other elbow here on another big sort of terracotta but glazed pot. So that one's sitting up here nicely. And then I put I've put a bunch of the cuttings here from a Thai constellation that I cut up recently. I put them down here just to get a bit of light and hopefully stay a little dry with a bit of air movement. So hopefully they take in the next, I don't know, month or two. I guess we'll just keep an eye on it and see how they go. Oh, I should also add, man, the baskets that I had, the hooks worked perfectly. So I've chucked here a little Monstera adansonii basket, and I have a Monstera sylvicana here as well, just hanging down. So it definitely makes more use of the light that is otherwise just hitting the walls. Not sure about how I would get something back here to take this space up unless these poles keep growing. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you reckon. Let me know if you've got any tips, tricks, other advice. Put them in the comments below and we can continue the convo there. See you later.